What's up, everybody? Crypto Hedge here, coming with you another video update. I know I had technical difficulties on my last live stream. I'm sick of Wirecast. That's what I was trying to use, and it wasn't working correctly, and that's why it was becoming laggy. So now I'm using Google Hangouts again. It's never let me down, so let's get this video through with the quick updates. Kevin, the support and resistance levels are squashed, ready for the run-up. Yes, Litecoin is just unbelievably strong right now. Is leading the pack. We're seeing nothing but good moves. We got introduced to the largest crypto exchange in Canada just today. It was announced by Charlie Lee, which is amazing. Big things on the roadmap. There's still things that need to be implemented on the roadmap, like MAST. MAST was supposed to be implemented at the beginning of July, which we're not in the beginning of July anymore, so I don't know when that's going to get implemented. It could be any day from now. So I'm waiting patiently, and I think it's just going to be a surprise, which it will be a surprise when MAST gets implemented. It's just a waiting game for now. So right now it's really tough to tell where Bitcoin is going to be going. Like I said in my last video, I think that Bitcoin is going to continue to downtrend during this month until leading up to August 1st. So that could possibly happen. We could see a lower bottom than the high 1700s in which it hit just yesterday. So you guys can take a look at this graph. We already have signs of upward movement for Litecoin, but that upward movement could lead to another dump dependent on if Bitcoin decides to go down lower. And there's growing speculation on Bitcoin right now. So that's not a really good thing for the crypto space, specifically because we've already got the first signal that the miners have not coordinated and integrated the first BIP integration that they should have already done, missing a deadline. So who knows what's going to happen at the final deadline, which would be August 1st. So honestly, it just shows nothing but good things for Litecoin and massive amounts of speculation for Bitcoin. And I know right here, you guys see it's down 7.47%. Don't look at that and freak out. Litecoin has been hovering around 0.019 for the past week, especially during Bitcoin's biggest dumps and Ethereum's biggest dumps. Ethereum is up like 10 bucks, 11 bucks. It was at $170 the other day. So Ethereum's going back up, but you guys already know where I stand on Ethereum. Litecoin is where it's at. I've been saying this all along. Let's look at the market cap real quick. Ethereum Classic is at $14.99 right now. It's really just standing still. You know, you could see like there's some upward movement, but there really isn't. Litecoin is just showing unbelievable strength. We're seeing an upwards trend right now. We think that the resistance level that we think it's going to turn for a reversal downtrend would be around like $44, but we could see even higher moves than that for the time being. It's really dependent on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the leader of the pack regardless, but Litecoin is showing strength. You can just look right here. It's showing more strength than even Bitcoin by less than 1% in the past 7 days, but Litecoin's leading the pack, and that's all that matters. So Charlie Lee just implemented the Litecoin to the biggest crypto exchange, which I don't even know how to pronounce that, Quadriga. So you can trade Litecoin in Canada now on the biggest crypto exchange, which is awesome. Bunch of memes. Follow the memes. And this was interesting. This came out like a few days ago on the 15th. Charlie posted a Reddit post talking about there being a smaller unit of accounting for Litecoins, which would be lights. So 1,000 lights equals 1 Litecoin. I don't know. That's just a little suspicious to me in a good way. I don't know why we would need a smaller unit, because Litecoin is essentially the smaller unit for Bitcoin. So I don't know. Here comes my conspiracy self. I just think it's a drop of a hint. I don't really know. I really couldn't tell you, but it just seems like this is kind of, I don't know, this is speculation, but it makes me think Litecoin could just be the takeover, and then Lights will be this what Litecoin would be if Bitcoin didn't hard fork or split. It's kind of interesting, but that's just complete conspiracy. So don't bank on that. But Litecoin is amazing right now. Big movement. I'm going to do a bigger live stream tomorrow to talk about more things because I really have to get myself back on my game. You know, things move so fast in just a day, and I've been just loaded with work that doesn't have to do with cryptocurrencies today, and I just haven't had time to really go in depth. But one of the biggest things, you know, today is more so the Canada exchange and the upward trend that we're seeing with Litecoin right now. We're not seeing any downward movement, which is amazing. We really have to keep an eye on it, and we have to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Those are the biggest things to look at. You know, I'm already not looking at Ethereum. I don't care about Ethereum. And Ripple. Ripple is Ripple. Yeah, Charlie Lee's up to something. I agree. Yeah, yeah, Mills. My views are flying in. My videos are taking off, which is awesome. You know, I'm happy that's happening. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. There's some really good content in my last live stream and the one before that. Really good content. I was also talking about the cup and handle formation. That is just solid stuff right now. Thank you, Kevin. I try my hardest to be consistent. Thank you for the support. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat box. Thank you, Mills. I'm just speaking straight up truth, and you know, this is exactly how I feel and what I think. And you know, it's not even just looking at the charts. It's not even just looking at the charts. We already know the volatility of cryptocurrencies. The volatility is there. It's really, to be quite honest, it's like 50% both ways. What could happen? And it's becoming even harder to judge what's going to happen. What is going to happen? We're seeing stability throughout the day today with Litecoin, but because of the hard fork, because of the FUD, and all the rumors going around about Bitcoin, the hard fork, the split, we really cannot make proper judgments, proper predictions. But you guys already know my conspiracy, my predictions, my speculation on where things stand. So yeah, Echoman, I talked about the MIT countdown in my last video. I think it's primarily a rumor. I can't say anything with reputation in regards to the MIT countdown. Even Charlie Lee disowned it as a rumor. But there is definitely some suspicion with that, and the fact that it exists, the fact that, you know, MIT students got a hold of a subdomain for Michigan Institute of Technology. So it kind of adds to all my other conspiracies. I know that you guys have been keeping up with my conspiracies in my videos. I know my last videos and my live streams are long, and I'm not always going to do live streams, but I like them because even though I'm tuning in really late tonight, I'm not getting a large view count, but I mean, I've been getting a lot of views on the live streams, and people are just blowing up the chat box, which is awesome. Yeah, Mills, a lot of resistance at $43. So like I said all along, guys, I said that you should be comfortable purchasing your Litecoin at around $40 just because there's no promise that it's going to go down again. There's too much of a guessing game of it going down because of Bitcoin. So that's why I didn't tell you guys to freak out when it went down to $35. It was a quick dip. Didn't you guys see how fast it shot back up? And it's just been stabilizing back even above $40. So it's really amazing to see. It's good stuff. I hold Litecoin at $40, $45, $43, and below $40 just for extra fiat to be thrown, because it's never really going to go back down to those those numbers after August 1st. Litecoin is just the coin. You talked about these forks, some saying 4 coins. Yeah, no, that is wild. I already told you my perspective and my personal opinion on the Bitcoin hard fork. I think it's inevitable. I think it's going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen, Litecoin is still going to grow substantially just because of the charts, just because of the strength it's been showing in the uptrend movement and the volume that it's gaining. It's extremely stable. Litecoin has always been stable. Bitcoin, on the other hand, I just think there's the lack of integration, and we're going to see probably multiple Bitcoins. And the thing is, with Charlie Lee and some of the stuff he's saying, I just think that we could see Litecoin become the Bitcoin. I said that in my very first video. Litecoin could become the Bitcoin. He's already talking about introducing lights, so I guess lights would be the smaller unit, which essentially was going to be Litecoin being the silver. So lights, not Litecoin, could be the silver to Litecoin, and Litecoin could be the new gold. So just tons of undetermined outcomes, if you will. So what are my thoughts on EOS? I'm actually doing some research on EOS. I'm gonna do a lot of research in the next by the time I do my next live stream. So definitely tune in on my next live stream, because I'm gonna do. I have the freedom of doing tons of stuff, and I'll do a lot of research on some of these coins you're asking about and some of the stuff. So definitely tune in for my next live stream. I'm gonna talk about a lot more content. I just haven't had the time. I really only know the charts right now. I haven't had the time to talk about other things other than the post today with the Canadian exchange, the biggest exchange. Now Litecoin could be traded on there. But Bitcoin is not showing any promise. It's showing some elevated movement, not promising at all. I really do think it's going to go down even further to at least 1,500. It could go even lower. But the miners are not integrating the things they need to integrate. They already missed the deadline. And things are just going downhill for Bitcoin. The fact that people are buying Bitcoin still kind of blows my mind. It really puts the name on whales running the market for Bitcoin. People are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy Bitcoin at $1,800. I'm going to throw all my money in at $1,800. And they're not tracking the charts. They're not looking at anything, doing the research. And then Bitcoin's just going to dump right back down. So Litecoin could dump back down in conjunction with Bitcoin, simply because Bitcoin is the leader of the pack, has the highest market cap. So we could see Litecoin go back down to the low 30s, but don't let that make you freak out. Don't freak out. I already told you I have Litecoin at $40. I have Litecoin at $45. Litecoin, yes, what Echoman said. I see Litecoin, the projection, even, back to my last live stream, Cliff High projected Litecoin. Charlie Lee is making moves. There's a lot of speculation. I see Litecoin going to at least $100 by the end of the year. I think personally before the end of the year. So, but we're going to see these small dips, like I said. Leading up to August 1st, we're going to see these small dips. But that could not happen because we're seeing such a strong upward trend with Litecoin. We could see it not even go back down. But the fact that Bitcoin is going to be going down, most likely we could see some dips. So I might be opening a small portion of my long holdings of Litecoin to up my amount of Litecoins I have so I can buy it at a lower price. But I'll probably not do that. So don't bank on that. I probably will just keep holding those and possibly buy in with more fiat if it does dip down. It's really the whole point right now, how I look at Litecoin, is to not lose Litecoin, because you're playing a guessing game to be buying it at a lower price. Yeah, $30, I mean, the high 20s, I'd be extremely excited to be buying Litecoin. That's like, calling it a bargain is an understatement. Litecoin by the end of the year, honestly, like Echoman said, I personally believe, without a doubt, at least $100. And to be quite honest, what I really, really believe, I think it's going to be around $200 at least. because we're already getting projections that it's going to be around $100 by September, and Cliff High even has said that, and we're seeing the strength. The strength is very obvious. So I see nothing but extremely great things, and I mean extremely great things for Litecoin. But as of right now, I really can't tell you for a short term where Litecoin is going or where Bitcoin is going. We just see some massive strength and upward movement with Litecoin. Yeah, it's crazy that people are still buying Bitcoin. Yeah, and I'm just trying to increase my value. I'm trying to catch on to more Litecoin. It's like playing with Pokemon balls. So I'm trying to get some more Litecoin. So I might possibly sell my Litecoin if it hits like 45, because that depends on Bitcoin as well. Litecoin follows Bitcoin at a slower rate. So if we see Bitcoin just dump off the face of the earth, Litecoin is going to follow its path and go down with a lower buy-in. So yeah, it's extremely hard right now, and I don't want to say anything crazy, which is why I'm kind of lost for words, because we really don't know. We do not know. All I know is that there's huge things on the roadmap. There's already things that should already have been implemented early July, and we're still waiting for those to be implemented. So it's literally within days we're going to see mass get implemented, which is just going to further the strength of Litecoin, and it's probably going to increase its value. We might see another all-time high. I'm thinking we could see another all-time high before another dump off. I think for Litecoin's already breaking free of Bitcoin. It really is, but not to a certain extent. Bitcoin is the leader simply because Bitcoin has the highest market cap. Bitcoin runs the market, but Litecoin is showing strength out of any other altcoin from the Bitcoin to altcoin ratio, and Litecoin is the strongest. So I couldn't tell you when we're gonna see that. It really depends on the next announcements. That's what I'm watching out for, is the announcements. I'm waiting to see some huge news with Bitcoin or Litecoin for me to confidently say things. And you guys already know I do massive amounts of research on this stuff. And my next live stream, I already know, is going to be a lot more abundant with content than this one. But I just wanted to get you guys a quick update. I want to leave you guys hanging. Yeah, Bitcoin lifts all other coins, but Litecoin has been the strongest. Yeah, Bitcoin went up today. Yeah, so Bitcoin, yeah, people, that's a good point, Mills. That's a good point. People think this is just a camp out of multiple camps, but people think that if Bitcoin starts rising significantly or rising even a little bit, they're going, and this is in regards to the people that took their Bitcoin out and they put it into Litecoin as a safe haven. They're going to take their Litecoin that they only initially put into Litecoin from Bitcoin because Litecoin was showing a lot of strength. And I see what you're saying, that people are probably most likely putting their Litecoin back into Bitcoin because they're seeing this pump. But little do they know that we're going to see, in my opinion, a further dip when it comes to Bitcoin. So, they're banking on Bitcoin going back up. They think that $1,800 is the bottom. It's not the bottom. I don't think it's a bottom. We have so much more of July to come. We have growing speculation, growing rumors, and doubt. So I see a lower Bitcoin and possibly a lower Litecoin, but Litecoin is stable. And you'd be out of your mind to take your Litecoin out of Bitcoin and put it back into Bitcoin thinking it's really going to go up. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to say on behalf of that. Bitcoin is still in a downtrend. It's dumping. You can't even track the charts. That's what I'm saying. You cannot track the charts. It's so unpredictable. You cannot forecast or make a technical analysis of Bitcoin right now. It's 100% impossible. It's primarily driven on the FUD and rumors. Yeah, Litecoin is a long-term coin, 100%. I'm gonna hold on to my Litecoin for a very long time, and I might, swing trade it along the lines as we see growth in dips. Because my main objective is just to further increase my holdings. I want to get more and more and more Litecoin. I don't care about the Litecoin to USD ratio. That doesn't bother me one bit. If Litecoin goes down to $30, it doesn't bother me because the ratios are there with Bitcoin, and Litecoin is showing its strength in the crypto markets as a whole. So Litecoin is a great long-term investment, and swing trading it will be optimal to increase your holdings of Litecoin in the future. But if you're going to swing trade, please, guys, know what you're doing. Do some research on how to effectively swing trade. I don't want you guys to buy in at what you think is a high price, and then you think I don't want you guys to sell off at what you think is a high price, and then you think it's going to go back lower, and it never happens. And next thing you know, that you're actually declining your amount of holdings in Litecoin. So I don't want you guys to get into swing trading if you guys don't really know how to do it, or if you don't know the forecasts. I might actually start making videos letting you guys know what I'm going to do with swing trading in the future. But right now, I'm holding 100%, or you can call it hodling. I'm holding my Litecoin. I'm not selling it at all. I don't care what price I bought it at. I haven't bought any over $45, but I'm holding it. Even at $50, I'd still be holding it if I bought it at that price. It's unpredictable. Yeah, I'm deep in the Litecoin charts. And like I said, I haven't really had the time to go in depth with the charts, or even with a lot today. I've been extremely busy. So my next live stream is going to be a lot more in depth with a lot more content. I'm on the East Coast, Mills. I'm on the East Coast. I have Eastern time here. So it's going on midnight right now where I am. So, and I started this live stream late, which is why I'm not getting a lot of traction right now, which is fine. I don't care how many watchers I have. I know this video will post after the live stream, and people will be able to view it. Yes, I do use a hardware wallet. I actually use 3 wallets. I started to use Exodus. I'm starting to like Exodus. I've been looking into it. It's a good wallet, and it works with Shapeshift, and it has a internal exchange, which would be like a desktop online exchange. So I use Exodus, Electrum, and I use Ledger. And I also have a paper wallet. So if you think about it, paper wallet's the safest wallet. Ledger is also right under paper wallet with the safest, and then you got Electrum, which is very safe, and then Exodus, which is just below all of them. So I don't hold a lot in the Exodus wallet unless I'm going to be doing a quick exchange. Paper wallet's very good, but you need to be very careful with the paper wallet. You need to make sure that you track the private key and the recovery keys for a paper wallet, because essentially you're saving that private key on either your desktop in a file or in paper, which is why it's called a paper wallet. So make sure you keep track of that. I personally believe Ledger or a hardware wallet, Ledger or Trezor, they're both the best because they have a lot of restore capability. You don't have to depend on a piece of paper to recover your wallet, which is a little scary, but if you know what you're doing, it's the safest wallet. Mills, you can get your paper wallet from a specific website. I actually don't know off the top of my head because I've established my paper wallet quite a while back. But if you just search on YouTube, I might even make a video on how to successfully and how to securely hold on to a paper wallet. But you can look on YouTube how to create a paper wallet. There's a really good video that has a lot of views on how to make a paper wallet. So make sure you look at that if you want to look into making a paper wallet. It takes a lot more dedication and responsibility if you're going to have one, but they're the safest. Yeah, the Ledger Nano S is back ordered. Personally, I think you're safe enough to put your cryptocurrencies in your Litecoin in Electrum or the Litecoin Core wallet. I think you're safe putting it in those wallets. Litecoin Core is also a good wallet. It's the Litecoin wallet. But Electrum is also very good. You're safe enough to put your coins in there. Don't be afraid to put your coins in there and think that you have to buy a ledger right away. I've seen ledgers going for a crazy amount of money on eBay and Amazon. Don't do that. You're safe enough to put it in Electrum or the Litecoin Core wallet. Just buy the back order. Buy the back order ledger from the official website, and don't pay more than you should. I actually bought mine back ordered, and it came faster than I thought it was going to come. Yes, to be quite honest, I'm most familiar with Electrum. And I trust Electrum. It's a strong platform. You've got Bitcoin Electrum and you've got Litecoin Electrum. That would be the safest place to put your coins. Exodus is also good, but I don't know. It's not on the level of safety as Electrum, in my opinion. Yeah, don't overpay for a ledger. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, watch my other videos. There's a lot better content in my past live streams, even the one yesterday, than the one today. I did go over a few things today, but I just wanted to update you guys, see what you guys are talking about. That's really why I wanted to make this live stream, is to see what you guys are up to, because I know how much you guys interact in the chat box. And I started this live stream late today, so there's really not that much traction in the chat box. But I got Mills and I got Kevin Claypool. You guys have been here since day one, which is awesome. So hopefully some people can see this post tomorrow. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to be tuning out now. Stay tuned and take care, guys, and stay profitable. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some good content.